Recording in progress. I am back. Am I audible and am I visible, Sneha? I hope I am. I believe I am. Okay. So any questions regarding whatever we did yesterday? And before that, let us just check how much of yesterday's work you have finished. How many of you have finished all the 3 activities or whatever activities that you planned? 10% more. Sneha. Yasmin, how are you now? Yasmin, you're there?
I have a doubt. You said that visual squash, no? Can I practice daily?
I told you have to practice it daily.
No. Regarding my, as we discussed yesterday, no? As the same thing. To reach my goal, the same process.
Yeah, that is what
same.
You are supposed to do that daily. Your timeline is something that you cannot do daily. You know? So this is something that you should be doing daily. The visual squash.
Oh.
Why? Because your memory is very volatile. Your focus is very deviated. And currently, so as I already told, today we are going to see about distractions and how we are going to overcome it, or what is one of the processes that can be done to overcome it. Okay. So before that, at least to remind yourself that you have something to do and you have something to do for the rest of the day. So what one of the processes we used to do is, I used to do the visual squash and then think about what is that I'm going to do today towards it. And then I will have my to-do list. Either my to-do list will be the previous day night or the next day morning, the things to be done. There is...
regarding the goal or the day-to-day routine?
Day-to-day routine aligned with my goals. See, the thing that you have when you're an entrepreneur, when you are not having someone who you have to answer to, is that you can do anything that you want. Until and unless you are focused, you are pushing yourself to do certain things. You can be totally relaxed, right? Now, let us say someone like, someone is going for a job, okay? Every day morning, they have to get up, they have to call someone, they have to report, they have to do their work, no matter what. They may be feeling low, they may be feeling high, they may have a slight headache, but still they will continue doing it. But when you're an entrepreneur or when you're doing your own business, mostly if you're a individual professional, let's say you're an advocate, you're a doctor, or you have your own services, or if you're an entrepreneur, both are two different things. But a lot of time people put both of these things into the same bracket. In those times, you basically can do anything that you want. You are not restricted to do or you are not compelled to do certain things. At that point of time, there are two things you need to do. One, you need to restrict yourself to do certain things, and you need to be motivated to do certain things. So visual squash is a way of motivating yourself. So I used to do the visual squash and then think about what is that I'm going to do towards my visual squash. Either I will decide that at the previous day night or the early morning. Clear? What happened, Ritu?
Nothing, sir. I'm just trying to collect what you are saying.
So what is that behind you? Is that a light beam that you have, tube light?
Oh. Yeah, I'll switch off that.
No, that looks nice.
Okay. Yeah, there's a frame which has a slight light on that.
Oh, it's a mirror.
It's not a mirror. It's on the nails. This is the thread work is done.
Okay, I can see the thread.
Designing, and then on that it is.
Wow, that's nice. Good.
Production engineer had done that. So,
okay.
A simplest partition to show a logical facade. That's it. Not a.
Okay.
So it separates the dining and the living area.
Good. Okay. Another Sneha also has come in. So Sneha number 2 has also come in. Who else has to come? Sana. I'll be joining late today. I am already late.
But
I was I was about to send the message that I will be 10 minutes late. Then I saw your message and I said, okay, fine. I'm fine for that.
Sone pe suhaga.
It was heavily raining in Bangalore. So, Rudra.
Uh, oh, cool. Balamurugan and Sneha also have joined. That's nice. So Sneha, you're back. So did you all guys finish whatever you had planned for yesterday? 10 minutes to 10% upgrade. Was it possible? Yes, no.
No,
yes,
sir.
yes.
Was
No
it?
from me.
Sorry?
No from me.
Okay, it was not possible. So thank you for making me richer by 2,000 rupees.
Yeah, GP.
GP. Others? Anuradha?
I was able to do.
Uh-huh.
This visual squash helped me. What all I can do, I altered the plan for next day.
Okay.
I aligned with my goal, where to connect exactly, whom to call, and all. So I was able to do. Except 10-15 minutes delay in getting up the morning, and lunch was extended by 10 minutes.
Okay. Good. So, good. Great to know that. Others, Vani, you finished?
Squash I did, and I did a to-do list in the morning itself.
Sorry, visual squash you did,
And based on that, I made my to-do list for the day. So I was able to track it.
Okay, cool. Others, Sneha and Vani, Sana, Balamurugan joined and somehow exited. So, Vani, did you finish or are you going to make me richer?
Yes, I finished. I sent it to you.
Yeah. The 2 things you sent, the third thing also you finished? You had told 3. Okay. So now,
Yes, finished.
thank you. Sana, Sneha, and Yasmin, are you guys there?
Yes, coach.
Okay. So did you finish?
Yeah.
Okay. So sad. I'm only getting 2,000 rupees. Okay. Why this activity? What is that we are trying to do? Although you may have thought that this is 10% that you're going to do, if you're not able to do this, then you have to stop and think about if there's a problem with, or maybe this 10% itself is too overwhelming, or is it that you did not focus enough? One of these two. Correct? So this, by the way, can work when you're working with a client as a coach also. It can also work when you are working on yourself also. So you plan for something. Okay, of the group that I told that a lot of people who attended this ideal day activity, only one person was able to do it. I was curious to understand how she was able to do it. So what she had done is that first day she just was super enthusiastic like a lot of us, and she started with that. She was not able to do, but she was smart. So next day what she did is that she tried to lower it, and still she was not able to reach it. But she was again smart. So the third day she lowered it by even half of whatever she had already planned. Again she failed. And what she did was she then changed the whole thing and just saw the whole process. She had 15 different things that she had to do. She decided that first day I will do only 3. Okay, just focused on 3. And then finished that. Then the next day she focused on adding another 3. And if that was possible, it is okay. If that was not possible, then she used to fall back to the 3 again. Continue the 3 for 3 days and then go for the next level. Okay. So this is just to understand your threshold, how much you are able to do. As I already told, a lot of time we overestimate how much we can do in a single day. till yesterday, I was living a sedentary lifestyle. Suddenly, one day, I want to start with my fitness, my finance, my career, my relationship, everything. And what happens? If you are a person, like most people in today's day and age have something called as ADHD. ADHD at a point of time was only very few people had. The current conditions that we live in promote almost all of us. If you take a psychometric assessment, most of us will fall into ADHD. That includes me. Okay. When I say that, ADHD itself is not a mistake. ADHD can be a superpower. You know what is ADHD? Anyone?
I was about to ask that, sir.
Sir, attention deficient hyperactive disorder.
Okay. Except for the disorder part, everything else is fine. Okay. Yeah, it is considered as a disorder, but a lot of overachievers actually have ADHD. It's like a superpower. Also, they use it at sometimes. Okay.
Yes.
But what happens when people have ADHD and they have this ideal day, and one fine day, as I told, they wake up, they'll think that, okay, main ye kar lunga, wo kar lunga, I'll do everything that I have to do. I know from tomorrow onwards, I'm a new person. Then they start, then they do. They put all their energy and focus into doing whatever they want to do. But the biology of what they are and the psychology of what they are is still the old person. It will slowly change. Your psychology can change in a single day. Your physiology will not. Agreed?
Yes.
Yeah, for your whole body to transform, they say it takes at least 1 year. 2 years, your whole body reinvents itself, they say. And in 1 year, it is 98%. I'm not sure how authentic that information is. This is something that I heard from somewhere once upon a time. Your whole body to change. One of my cousins I have a lot of my cousins are doctors. So one of my cousins who is a doctor, he used to say this, that your liver to totally transform something, he says that it takes about 2 years, and bones, he used to give a certain amount of time. So all of it gets redone. Now, what you call as yourself is a mix of psychology and physiology. Now, you may change your ideas, ideologies, belief systems in a single day, but you need to understand that your body has to catch up. Have you seen people, heard of people having ligament tears, muscle tears in the gym?
Yes.
Bicep tear, hamstring tear. Oh, hamstring tear is something that really scares me a lot. Probably, I don't know. Maybe because in my college days, I was in a dance, and the last move was I have to finish with the split. I did the split and tore my hamstring. Probably because of that, it is something that is super scary. But still, we had 3 days of college day to go on, and I was one of the house leaders, and I was also one of the person who participated the most in all the events, and I was limping and doing everything. So I think because of that, that is something that connects. But do you know why do people get into these tears? Most people who get into this tear, at least 99.9% people who get into these tears, they are people who are into steroids. Now, how is it related here? When you take a steroid, what happens is that your muscle grows fast, but your ligaments and tendons usually take 1 more month to catch up. What are steroids supposed to do? They are called as anabolic steroids. What do? They
give you extra power and strength.
Yeah, it will give
It is quicker the
strength.
process.
Your recovery will be faster, your muscle growth will be faster, your growth hormones will be triggered more, your testosterone will be triggered more. So basically, whatever base level testosterone a person will have at that point of time, it will be 10 to 20 times. It would have increased. Now, the problem with that is that your muscles have everything that they have to have, but your ligaments and tendons are still 1 month behind. Now, when you try to push yourself, and you also have a lot of energy in you, so you push yourself more. So when you are into a steroid cycle, which most of, I'm not with steroids, but a lot of people, when they say that, oh, steroid is wrong or something, I always say that your food itself is wrong. And then we go and complain about steroids. I'm not with it. I will never do it. I've never done it, but still. So now coming back, the same way as when you take steroids, it is when you attend a motivational program or a skill development program or a life change transformation program, you change everything in your psychology. Your mind is ready. You're fired up. You are planning to do. But the problem is your body is still the same. Your body, you are not changed. Overnight, you have not done some organ transplant or something. Even if you have done that, that also would not have worked. Now, you have to suddenly change everything, and it will take time. So you will have to slowly do something in gym or in any kind of workout. There is a concept called as progressive overload. Anyone?
Yes, sir. Yes.
What is progressive overload?
Slowly and steadily we pour weight or stress the body.
So you do a little bit more, a little bit more, and a little bit more. And even if that little bit more is hurting, like Monica was here, she was telling that she's getting pain in the body whenever she's doing some kind of exercise. So you have to test your resistance or your endurance level. And whenever you feel that it is a little bit more that you have effort you have put, you have to fall a little bit back. Okay. Now, all of these things is very individualistic. I cannot coach two people the same way. For one person, I can provoke the person to any level that I want to. Provocation I use usually, or you're supposed to use as a coach if you're doing it, or if you're helping someone. When I say that as a coach, even if you're helping someone who needs help, your friend, family, or anyone, you should always provoke a person with ego or without ego. A person who has big ego or a person who has no ego.
But,
Sorry?
no ego is not possible. But yeah,
No ego person will come to your taunting and to your provocations. So how does provocative coaching goes? It goes like this. So you just write some 10 different things. Just, do you really think that you can do it? Before we start, let us conclude this, because I have coached a lot of people. I have seen that people plan a lot. Very rarely people put the effort. Are you really ready to do that? Do you have the salt in you to do that? Are you made of a substance that can do that? Yeah, definitely I can do that. I really doubt that. Let us try it for a couple of days and then let us go forward. Now, for an egoistic person, that will trigger. How the hell this person can say that? I will prove to this person. For a non-egoistic person, the person will be like, he has worked with a lot of people. No, he himself knows. No, probably what he is saying is right only. I only am like that. That is why I am not successful. Right? So that internal self-talk is something that will take the person towards not doing things. And they will give an excuse to themselves for not doing it. Not just me, even that fellow knew that I was not going to do anything.
So which is a good state, sir, between the two?
It's very individualistic. So for an egoistic person, always use provocative coaching. It's okay. Okay. So as I told, I cannot coach two people the same. So there are times when I have provoked a person and the person has fallen back. Very rarely, but long time back, but still it has happened. So at the same way, just because 10% works for someone, or 3 things that I need to do on a next day works for someone, does not mean it will work for everyone. You may or may not coach anyone, but at least you can use this as an opportunity to understand if this is what I can take. How is that I can program myself? How is that I can slowly, progressively overload myself? Right? Can't you go cold turkey and do whatever you have to do? You can, but still that is very tough and it will have side effects. You should be ready to do that. For example, let's say someone decided that they will go on a day's fast or multi-days fast, 7 days, 8 days, or let's say at least 3 days fast. 3 days is a very common fast that a lot of people do. Now that person till yesterday has done no kind of fast, no fasting whatsoever it is. Okay. Till yesterday, the person's main energy source was carbohydrates and sugar. The person used to drink like 4-5 coffees a day, 5-6 sodas a day, 7-8 juices a day, and a lot of rice, a lot of chapati, roti, okay, paratha, and a little bit of whatever it is, butter chicken, paneer, butter masala, whatsoever it is. Now, suddenly, if this person goes on a fast from tomorrow, can this person survive? Maybe the person can, but there will be heavy side effects. There will be headache, there will be nauseating feeling, there will be mood swings, there will be heavily anything and everything that you term as not feeling good will happen to that person. So what is that the person can do if the person has to do it right? The person can go and follow something called as fat-oriented diet, where the primary source of the food will have more fat and protein than carbohydrates and sugar. So the person is conditioning himself or herself so that they can take the fast. Now your body's primary source of energy, fuel, becomes what? Fat. Your body starts to understand it can take energy from what? Fat. And it will not have that much symptoms. Still you will have. Does it mean that the first person can never fast? Can. But the person has to go through the painful process of Bearing the first 48 hours, it's torturous. Super torturous. Torturous is a very small, very stated understatement, I would say. Okay. I've noticed a lot of people, either they will fall out of the fast or very rarely people come out of it. The same way in life, whenever you're planning for something, you have to prepare yourself for that. Or when you get into directly doing it, you will face a lot of consequences. You will have to pay a heavy price for that. So now that you have finished your ideal day activity, current day activity, and the next best schedule that you can make for yourself. Now, depending on if it has worked for you, if it has not worked for you, even if it has worked for you, if it was so stressful, look at that and think as to what is that next thing that you can do tomorrow, immediately. See what is the tweak that you can do in that so that it can be better from tomorrow. Notice that. Just look at it. Give it a couple of minutes, just 2 minutes. You may have the schedule already with you. Just see what is that you can do to make it better.
So this will be in addition to the three things that we did today, right?
Come again. This will be
In addition to the three changes that we made today.
yes. So either you can change if you feel this is perfect, going well, good. You don't have to do a change. If you feel you can do some small tweak to it so that it can become better, you can. It is just an addition to whatever you have done. It is not a total new process. Just a small tweak what you think you can do. Either increase it, decrease it. If you feel that, oh, it was not that challenging, so let me just increase it a little bit.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
One book you need to do or read to become successful in life is what? The only book you will have to read to become super successful in life.
Our own study.
Self.
Exactly. So
We have written 4
That's
tech
what not
points.
happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. One by one. Yes, Vani first, and then Anuradha.
Actually,
and
I have written some points to check for myself. I have to check with a thought process. I have to make some changes in the thought process and my habit and my regular routine. And I have to check, do I have a strong passion towards my business?
When is that you're going to do these three?
After the session is completed.
Okay. When you say after the session is completed at 9:30 or at 9:40 or 9:50, 10 o'clock, 11, when?
Once the dinner is completed, today I didn't make dinner for anybody. Once it's done, I'll do it.
Okay. So you'll have to fix a timing for it.
Yes.
Okay.
10.
Sorry?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Okay. So fix a time for it and finish it at that time and be committed to that time. Okay. Yes. Anuradha?
Yeah, the self book we said now. That's what it's not happening now.
So let us give it a time at least now, no? It has not happened, I agree. It does not happen with at least 99.99% of people. So don't feel bad. You have company. Right? So at least you have a time now to take care of it. Now, the whole session is something that focuses basically on you. You can use this as a self-help tool when you use it to help others, like coach, counselor, therapist, or whatsoever it is. But the most important thing, it is something that should do some transformation in you. That's one of the reasons I always say I don't believe NLP works. I know it works. Because I have practiced almost every technique, and I have used some of the techniques that I did not have to use on someone else, which I have later used. Okay. All the techniques of whatever you have seen, timeline, Walt Disney, why of goals, Cartesian questions, and your visual squash. There is something that we will learn today. All of it we have done. I have practiced it on my own. So that's one of the reasons I say this. Belief is a very poor alternative to realization. And most people in the current day of even neo-spiritualities like law of attraction, belief is pushed more than realization. But realization always will win hands down when it comes to reality than beliefs. I may believe that if a black cat walks past me, crosses me, then the day will be bad. But if I let myself to realize if it is true or not, I may come to the realization that does not have to be true always, at least. Probably that is my mind that is messing up. Right? So realization is very important. And self-realization is the most important. By the way, in the culture of the East, we always used to say that we never told that someone is a believer in something or disbeliever in anything. Have you heard of this? There was never a concept of believer or disbeliever. There was a concept of realization and seeker. Someone is in the path of seeking, someone is realized. And realization was always given the most important aspect in life than belief, than some kind of a bhakti or whatsoever it is. Realization was always placed on the top. Right? And even there was this Tamil poet called as Vallalar, who used to have this poem. I'll tell it in Tamil, then I'll translate it. Tannai arindal tanenai arivan, tanenai arindal tanakundrum kedilai. If you realize yourself, you will realize the ultimatum. And if you realize the ultimatum, you don't have anything else that you will want. So self-realization was the most important thing. Now, then going into a spiritual mode on that, let us just, as I already told in this program, we will only get into the physical and the psychological part of things. So just think about it. What is that you can realize about yourself today? What is that you can find about yourself today? And one of the things that we are going to do is towards your goal. What is your resistance level? What is your endurance level? What is your flexibility level? And how is that you can improve it on a day-to-day basis? Clear? Good.
I have a doubt before getting into the process. Sometimes I'll be a little bit scared. Most of the times, I'm a bit scared, and I'm not ready to accept certain things. So how to handle that?
So you have to understand two things before getting into the process. Is it an issue with your emotional state? Is it your confidence that you lack, or what is the problem? Because for confidence, there is something called as anchoring that we will learn. Or is it something of the past that is stopping you? For example, there was once that I tried to start a business with someone and that person cheated on me. And because of that, I had a heavy loss. And today, whenever I have a lot of business ideas, but whenever I think of a business idea, I'm never able to get into it. This, by the way, has worked with one of my clients who wanted to get into a relationship, but was not able to. One of the clients that I'm working with currently, one of the most important reasons has a couple of failed incidents in the past where the person has got burnt. So again, stepping into the realm of relationship is something that's very scary. So we humans, as I always say, we have emotional response to things which we have not healed. And there is a very famous saying that I always use, that the healed becomes the healer, the abused becomes the abuser. Let's say I went through a traumatic situation. Someone abused me or humiliated me or accused me, or something bad happened, and I still have not healed from that wound. You will invariably hurt someone else who did not harm you. So if you don't heal the wounds if you don't heal your cuts, you will cut people who did not hurt you. This is another way of saying it. There is no two way to it. You cannot say, oh no, I am different. I am not like that. I take all the wounds. I move forward. Imagine one day you have a very big injury in your toe and you are in excruciating pain. The same child who comes and beats your back every day, today comes and beats you. What comes out of you? Anger, irritation. The very trap that you fall into, or the trap that is set for you, is the idea that you are different from others. You should not take sugar. If you take sugar, you will too much sugar, more than 25 grams or 50 grams a day, you will get diabetes. I'm different. I'm built different. If you don't do workout or some kind of physical activity, your muscle mass will weaken. I'm different. I'm built different. I go into a different kind of philosophy where protein and muscle mass has nothing to do with anything. How? So in E-Road, when Balamurugan was there was someone who had all this philosophy. I told him this. I told this in the program also. The day when reality slaps you on the face, all your ideologies will fall flat. Your muscle mass idea, protein idea, and everything will fall flat, and then you will have to follow it forcefully. So let us do it when we actually have. So the first thing to realize is that, is it an issue with my emotional state? The second thing is that, do I have a traumatic situation of the past that is affecting me over here? Okay. There can be a couple of other things. For example, there can be a belief system that is stopping you. Okay. Or there can be a behavior of yours that is stopping you. Or there can be a habit of yours that you have developed that is stopping you. So if I have to name the technique that we use for each of these things, for the traumatic incident, we use something called as timeline therapy. It's different from timeline, totally different from timeline coaching. For your emotional states, we use something called as anchoring. For habit change work, we use something called as visual swish or Godiva chocolate, depending on what we are dealing with. For if you have some other issue, we have a lot of behavioral issue. There is something called a new behavior generator that we will learn. So you have to understand what is you and why is that you are not able to take that action. Saying that, today we will learn certain things that can help you to be a little bit more energized and focused and goal-oriented. Clear? Everyone? Good? Okay. So, any other questions? Done. So, Vani, am I clear? Did I answer you?
Yes, but more confused.
Confusion is a good state. It means your mind is searching for clarity. Hold on to it for a while.
Okay.
If you don't let yourself to be confused, probably clarity will never come. Right? So in the current day and age, when we have all these new philosophies like my life, my choice, I will do it on my own time, on my own accord. I want to be myself. I still am not understanding what this myself is that they are telling. All of these things, we may not let ourselves to be confused for required amount of time. Stay confused, stay irritated sometimes. With a choice. Okay. Or when we do the process, because you are till the first level that you had told. So if you want the process to be known, then someone from the batch can help you with it. Okay, let's say you discover that you have a belief issue, or you have a PTSD, past traumatic stress disorder, or some negative emotion that is playing you, or probably it is a negative self-talk that is stopping you. Then you will have techniques for that. You can latch on or hook on or get an accountability partner or a self-help buddy from here who can run the technique on you. Okay.
Sure.
Or you can also come for the second level. That is another thing option.
All the way Navaratri is coming, the empty is to that.
Okay. Okay, cool. Any other questions before we move on? Okay, so you will have to constantly work on your routine, and you will have to be constantly focused. Your visual squash and your daily focusing on your progressive overload on your routine is something that will help you with that. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now,
Sir, one question. What if you've been like missing upon the time? Like my problem is that if I'm doing something, I just somewhat or the other miss upon time. I have to be
give me an example.
specific with,
That
like for
happened
example,
today
if
or
I'm
yesterday.
reading. Hanji, yes.
An example that happened today or yesterday.
Uh, an example that happens most of the time. Most of the time. That if I'm reading something, I get so involved that either I like miss out upon time, like I'm late. If I've given 1 hour to it, so I sometimes like it goes 1.5 hours, or my half an hour is lost. For the second task which I had to do, I cannot switch to it, and then again I'm late for the second task.
Okay.
So being too prominent with the time, this is a major challenge for
So
me.
this is
How can
something
I
that
cope up?
happened yesterday or today?
It happens most of the time. I am trying to do it. Like
Did it
it
happen
happened
yesterday or
today.
today?
Yes, today.
Today, it happened today. Okay. Now,
Hmm.
what will happen if you're not finishing both the tasks? Let's say that you have 2 tasks to complete, and the second task also, you are just spending more time on the first task, not going to the second task. What will happen if you don't finish the second task?
Sir, I have made the checklist again. Then I'll feel nervous. I'll feel anxious.
Okay, you will not be finishing one of the checklist points, right?
Yes.
Will you lose money because of that? Will you lose respect because of that? Will you lose health because of that? Will you lose some career progression because of that? Or will someone come and beat you up? Will someone scold you? Will someone abuse you? Will any of these things happen?
It isn't, but yes, my time, if I will not work according to the time, it's getting all late. Everything is getting late. And then again, I'm getting the feeling in my mind that, oh, I'm not being able to finish tasks on time.
Okay.
Oh, the time
Basically,
is.
whatever I told is not happening. It is something else that is happening. Correct? Okay.
Yes.
So simple, set a time limit and then say that with 1 hour, I'll finish this. 1 hour, no matter what, I'll go to the next one. If I don't do that, I will pay Karthik 2,000 rupees. Then see if it happens or not.
But still, okay, that is okay. But still, in the rate run, is there any technique? Is there any process that I can be very sure about time? Can I set alarms for it that I have to be within that 1 hour?
Has it worked? Is it that you did not know that it is 1 hour and just overdid it, or you knew it is 1 hour but still you continued for half an hour more?
No, I didn't know it was 1 hour and I overdid it.
Try alarm, but still I am not sure if that will work. You will have to have a very strict routine. That's what I told. If you don't have anything to lose, you will continue to do whatever you're doing. This idea that, oh, I will not progress in my career is still your idea. It's not something that you're losing. It's not something that you know that you're losing. 2,000 rupees is something you know you will lose. When you still have not started, you are planning to start this career, correct?
Yes.
That is something imaginary that you may lose. Your mind knows that. But 2,000 rupees is a hard reality. Now, I'm just saying 2,000 rupees as a figurative thing. It can be 500 rupees, or it can be, let us say, you tell your husband, if I don't do this, you just can come and swear me however you want to swear me. Or you can cut off my pocket money, or you can something that will hurt you. Ideologies of life are not realities of life, and reality will always be reality. So let us try to play with reality than with ideologies. No one has ever reached anywhere playing with ideologies, but people have reached everywhere playing with realities. Got it?
Somewhat.
There was one person called as Frank Puslik, I guess. Before that, Fritz Perl of Gestalt therapy, who always used to say this thing: get out of your mind and get into your senses.
How? Explain, please.
Normally, people used to say that don't lose your mind and get into your senses. Sorry, this is what he used to say. Normally, people tell you not to lose your mind. So, what does it mean? Explain. Sneha,
Yes, sir.
what does it mean? Lose your mind and get into your senses.
I mean, stop thinking too much and let the senses work and take over. Is that so?
Exactly. So, than living in our mind, we need to live in reality. And for that, senses will help us more than anything else. So, we need to get down to reality and see what works, what does not work.
In the morning, it was very beautiful. When I started it with like visual Scott, it was very good. I really felt that, oh, it made a major difference and a shift was there. When I started reading in the first thing, is the reading in the morning. So I enjoyed that content. But after that process, when I started again around 10 and 10ish, I again went long and I wasn't been able to, I was like 15 minutes late. So, I devoted the time over there, which I wasted. I didn't waste it, but it intentionally happened somewhat. So that is what my bigger challenge is, that I somewhat couldn't keep the note on the time. That is, I want to take it over.
See, to have a note on the time, it's very easy. You can look at the watch, you can have an alarm and everything. But I still doubt if that will work. I'm not sure, but I still doubt if it will work. There is something called as time immaturity that people get into when they are able to follow the time. That's one thing. The other aspect of it is, let us say, I say, Sneha, 1 hour, if you are not finishing whatever you have to finish, or after 1 hour, if you're not moving to the next one, you will get a hard electric shock.
I'll be cautious about it. Of course, I'll be doing.
Exactly. Lose your mind, get into your senses. Okay. So you need to understand you still don't have a pain point that you will lose if you don't stop by 1 hour.
Okay.
You need to think about how is that you're going to implement it. We will see something today, and tomorrow also we'll continue doing that. If you just have to, again, get out of your mind and get into your senses to implement it. Clear?
Okay. Thank you.
Good. Okay. Now, a very big challenge that people face when they walk towards their goal. Okay, this is something that, see, what we are trying to do is we just start trying to put a blueprint by well-formed outcomes or Walt Disney strategy, why of your goals, and whatever we are just trying to do. We are just trying to make a blueprint and then try to seal it or close the gaps as much as possible. What all things we can do so that we can achieve it. Okay. The major thing that happens with people is the struggle between pain and pleasure. I'll give you an example. Okay. This is something that happens with everyone, and this is the most important thing that people should be doing, or people who are successful work on, is pain and pleasure. Consciously or unconsciously, it happens for them. When I tell you a scenario, you will be able to understand. Let's say someone decides, okay, enough is enough. I'm obese. I want to get fit. Okay. What I'm going to do from tomorrow, 5:30, the office gets over, 6 o'clock maximum. I will get out of my office, hit the gym, 8 o'clock, and order a healthy snack, munch on it, and then come home. 6 to 8 is my fitness time, fixed. The person also goes and pays a heavy price for the gym, 1-year membership with personal trainer. So the gym that I work out, I do it only 3 times a week. I don't do more than that. So I have other routine on the other days. Okay. It's just 5,500 rupees for a whole year. Okay. The advantages of being in a town than in a city. Or Kanyakumari is now the place where I live is called as a city, but still it is a town that was masked as a city. Once when I was in Chennai, I understood one of my clients. I was talking to one of my clients, and she was saying that the gym membership that I pay is 12,000 rupees with personal trainer. I told, wow, that's wonderful. Without personal trainer, I am giving 5,500 rupees. Till last year, it was only $5,000. Okay, 5,500. So it is really wonderful that you're having. She told, no. With PT for 1 year, it is 12,000. One month. Sorry, 1 month it is 12,000. Okay, so see, Ritu is saying yes. All the city people will be like yes. So simple people like us will be like wow. Okay. Now, what happens is this person decides this, fixes the gym routine. 15,000 rupees per month. The person has fixed, good earning person. So everything is set. The person goes to the gym on a day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. It's a 6 days routine that the person is making. 1 hour of gym only, restricted to 1 hour. And then most people who go for 6 days should be doing it ideally for maximum of 1 hour, excluding the cardio. So they did it. Everything went fine. Now Sunday there is a leave. Now the person has soreness all over the body. After years, the person has experienced soreness. The body is screaming that it is paining a lot. The person is starting to understand practically every single muscle the person read on biology. Okay, where is the pecs? Where is the hamstring? Where is the glute? Where is the quads? And why is quads called as quads? Because each part is paining separately. Okay, people who don't understand this, you should have done some kind of intensive workout to have understood this. But anyways, now the 7th day comes. Okay, 6th day, 7th day holiday. Okay, the person has taken rest day. And the 8th day comes. Now 8th day, the person goes to office, body full of pain, a little bit of soreness is still there with all the recovery procedure the person has followed. And now the person is totally tired, but office, the boss, there is a small conflict. The boss, there is some feedback coming from somewhere. Okay, anyway, the boss is totally angry. There is a big issue happening. And the person, after 1 week, has started to smoke again, taken a smoke again, so that I will focus on the gym than trying to control my smoking. Then comes and goes home. And in the home, it is almost like 6 o'clock, the person reaches home, thinks that I'll take a shower and go. And it's drizzling outside a little bit. The person comes and sinks in the sofa. And the partner is bringing a hot cup of coffee or juice, whatever the person prefers, whatever you prefer, you can imagine. And the person is switching on the TV just to relax for about like 5-10 minutes. And in Netflix, this is a 83 inches OLED TV. For people who don't know OLED TV, it is like a 3D TV that images pop out. Okay, QD OLED is the latest one, quantum dot OLED. And the person also has a surround speaker. Okay, it's newly installed. Couch, soft couch, the beverage of choice, rain outside, beautiful movie, surround system, comfortable environment. Now the person has 2 choices. Either I go to the gym and get into the pain, or I enjoy this just for 1 day, not more, just for 1 day. I enjoy this for just for 1 day. Take the mobile and tell the gym trainer that I will come tomorrow, I am sick today. Okay, or not tell anything at all and not go. I am, after all, his 11th PT. Maybe the other person also may have come, he's more occupied. So let me not inform also. Now the choice is between the pain of going to the gym now versus the pleasure of enjoying the climate. Climate, dobara nahi aayega. It will not come again. Right? This environment, mahol, no, as I say, दोबारा नहीं आएगा, it will not come again. तो क्या करेंगे? आदमी क्या ही कर ले? What will the person do?
Flat before the TV.
Huh?
Flat
So,
before
to
the
be
TV.
honest, whenever there is a fight between pain and pleasure, hands down, who will win?
Pleasure.
Or only.
Simple.
Difficult choice is always the winner.
Sorry?
Difficult choice is always the right choice.
Philosophies are nice, beautiful. I always say this. There is, in any situation, you have the right choice and the easiest choice. And usually the easiest choice may not be the right choice. Okay? So at any moment, you have the choice that you have to execute. Your ability to maintain or take the decision is something that is that will keep you going. Now, the $1 million question is, how do the person go to the gym? Or how does the person flip the switch between pain and pleasure? Because remember this, your unconscious, you may talk about all the philosophies you need to talk. Your unconscious has only two things. Simple. Forget everything else that you learned ever in your entire life. It knows only two things: pain, pleasure. All your logics, like I told my friend Keshavan, Saturday he gave Tirupati Perumal a holiday. Tirupati Venkatachalapati a holiday. Why? Pleasure. Seafood. That emotion. Right? How do you rewire? How do you reprogram? How do you flip the switch? So that the person is able to go to the gym. $1 million question. What your unconscious is giving you is a choice. Now, what is the choice that unconscious is giving you? Let me.
Between pleasure and pleasure.
Oh, just a minute. Let me type it. Pain of gym versus pleasure of the
30 minutes.
This is the option, right? And whenever there is an option between pain and pleasure, always what comes on the top?
Pleasure.
Simple. You are not designed to take pain as the first thing or as a choice. But there are people who get to the gym despite this. Now, those are the people who have flipped the switch or changed the zeros and ones. For people who don't understand, zeros and ones is a computer language. So computer, there are only two things. Binary language, 0 and 1. Either it is on or it is off. So your unconscious has only the digital choice. It does not have an analog choice. What is an analog choice? From ranges from 0 to 100. No. Your mind is very digital. Your unconscious mind is super digital. 0 or 1. Nothing in between. That is why when you try things in between, does not work. How do you reprogram this?
So, shall I say?
Yes, all of you have an option. Think about one option that you can do. And then I'll go to the next person. Yes, Neha first.
I have heard that whenever you get whenever you have a confusion in your mind, then on that particular day, you should do more effort.
Okay.
Instead of 1 hour, he could have given
happens
1.5 hours.
Effort happens because of intention and energy. Both of these things are related to your mind. Now, you neither have that energy, and because of that energy, your intention is also not there. Now, what do you do? The question is, how do you build up that intention and energy? So you have to, I'll give you a hint for the next person. You will have to reframe the statement. How do you reframe the statement and give it to your unconscious mind?
On the gym concept.
Sorry?
On the gym.
Yes, the statement that I've given. Pain of going to the gym now versus pleasure of enjoying the movie with this environment now. You have to add that now at the end of the statement also.
So I should think on the pleasure of being healthy and fit.
Okay, make it more specific. Now, what you're saying is very generic view. What you're told is almost you are there. There's something else.
Visualization.
Yes, what visualization and what Anuradha told with a specific thing. What is that? Anyone? Anyone can try.
We can flip the switch by visualizing and giving us a treat that, okay, if I'll go, on coming back, I'll give myself a treat.
Okay. Okay, that's slightly different. But here we are only trying to focus on reframing the statement that is given in the message. Pain of going to the gym now versus pleasure of enjoying this movie in this current environment.
Pleasure of going to a gym.
Pleasure of going to the gym. Now,
Today or never. Today or never.
Today or never. No, see, pleasure of going to the gym. The problem is this is not a person who has been going to the gym for years together. This is a newcomer to the gym. So for this person, gym is been with a lot of pain. Imagine every time the person says, the coach says that, come on, one more, give me one more. So, and the person is first time realizing they have so much muscle in their body. And why the bicep is called as bicep, tricep is called as tricep, quads are called as quads. 2, 3, 4, the person understands the muscle striations wherever it is.
So it's like, I go today or I go never.
I go today, I go, nahi yaar, chale jaunga na. It's okay, kal se karenge, tomorrow onwards. Your unconscious is like that girlfriend who can make you do things. Or, okay, since this is a woman batch, your unconscious is like that cute boyfriend who can make you do anything. Sorry, I never thought it the other way around. First time I'm reframing that. I had a manager when I was working as a training manager, my superior, who I always used to call as my 16-year-old girlfriend because he used to behave like that. They're like, तुमने मेरे लिए नहीं किया ना, तेरी माँ के लिए किया ना, ऐसे वाला था उसका attitude. So you do it for your mother, you're not done it for me. You do it for your friends, you don't do it for me. But later on, he became a colleague because I was a training manager. He took the sales role. And he always used to be very specific. There were 3 managers that I had to help as a training manager, and he came into sales. And his always aspect was, you did it for that branch manager, you did not do it for me. And once actually the sales head who had come, he himself pointed out and told his name was, let's say his name was Ramesh. He told Ramesh, you can ask Karthik to do something for you, but you cannot ask him why he did something for someone else. And I was thinking in my mind, this is the exact thing that I always used to think, which I was not able to say. So the $1 million question, reframe this. So your unconscious is like that lover of yours who can seduce you to do anything that they want to do. Now, how is that you're going to seduce the seducer? That's a good word. Good term.
I want to see myself fit. Let's just do it for myself.
Sorry?
Let's just do it for myself today.
What you told is right. Again, you are close to it. The first step that let me just see myself fit. You told about visualization and Anuradha told about fit. So you have to be a little bit more specific. All of it are almost in the point. Okay. Let me give you the statement. Now you will have to work on creating. Tomorrow never comes. Either your unconscious does not understand between the difference between time and space. There is no time and space for it.
Okay.
The only thing that is here and now. That is why if you give, other statements may not work that much. Okay. The simple thing that you're going to change is your unconscious is giving you a choice based on the process. Now you are going to give your unconscious not the
body language shift,
not process oriented statement, goal oriented statement. Let me give you an example here. The pleasure of having a 6-pack, let's say the person started gymming because the person wanted a beach body. Okay, I'll just give you an example. Beach body. I want a beach body. When I go to the beach the next time, last time I was in a pool party, I was not being comfortable. I want a beach body to be comfortable. Okay, in the pool party or in the beach, whatsoever it is. I'm just giving you one example. I'll give you other examples. So the pleasure of being comfortable with my body or having a beach body, now the person has to visualize it. It is not something that your unconscious does not understand statements. It understands VAK. You remember, we already discussed this. VAK. It understands V, A, and K. It is not just visuals. Okay, there has to be a visual, there has to be an auditory, there has to be a feeling associated to it. Here, again, the first statement, pain of going to the gym, there is a VAK. There is a visual, oh my God, I will push difficulty, and my gym trainer will say that, come on, give me one more, Rajesh. Okay, now there is a visual, auditory, and kinesthetic also associated to it. So you have to do a VAK. The pleasure of having a beach body versus the pain of having a family pack. You know what is a family pack? Like six pack?
Yeah.
Okay. So having a pot belly, whatever you call it. Or let us say the person starts fitness because the person wants to come out of diabetes. Okay. Has diabetes, and person says that I want to be fit. The pleasure of being seeing on the scale a diabetic or HbA1c of 5.3 versus the pain of seeing 13.5 on the scale. Or let us say the person joined gym, because why I'm giving you this much option is because it has to be specific why the person started. You remember we started with the why, right? The pleasure of seeing myself run a marathon versus the pain of myself huffing and puffing for just 2 stories of my office steps. The pleasure of my partner appreciating me versus the pain of my partner being humiliated to take me out. Whatever works. There is nothing right and wrong here. When it comes to your unconscious, only whatever works. You cannot say this is a negative statement. This is something that hurts my self-image. Chuck it. Whatever works matters. Your philosophies does not stand a chance when it comes to reality. What works, works. Clear? Pain and pleasure. You have to take, instead of looking at the process, what your unconscious is giving is now. You are giving it later. A lot of people who have been able to stay focused on their goals for a longer duration always have been thinking about the pain that they will get when they don't reach it, if they don't reach it, the pleasure that they will have when they reach it. Like I told to Sneha, what will happen if you don't finish your stuff in one hour? Nothing. I will feel a little bit bad. Okay, I will have a chocolate and get over it. I will have a coffee and get over it. I will see a Kapil Sharma show and get over it. But at the same time, if I tell her that you will get a shock, electric shock, you will have to pay me 2,000 rupees. Your husband will come and beat you up. Whatsoever it is. Okay, now I'm not supporting any of this. I'm not going to electrocute anyone also. Now suddenly someone can come up and say that you are promoting wife beating. No, I'm not promoting wife beating, husband beating, whatever it is. I'm just giving you an option. People do it when they have these things, right? Pain and pleasure. So instead of focusing on the process, you're focusing on the goal. That is why you wrote the why of your goals. Why did I start something? I started this because I want to get a beach body. I started this because I want to get more stamina. I started this because I want a HbA1c of 5.3. That is why you have to have a well-formed outcome before that. Without having a well-formed outcome and why of your goal, this process is a little bit difficult. And without knowing VAK, this process will always be inefficient because you will give a statement. The pain of getting a six-pack, the pleasure of, the pain of having a beer belly, the pleasure of having six-pack. Nothing is happening. You should be doing a VAK on it. And this, your unconscious does it in a fraction of a second. Why? Because whatever I told this statement, does your unconscious take at least 2 to 5 seconds to do it? No, your unconscious does it in how many seconds? Fraction of a second. Why? Tell me why.
Because it works on the
conscious lifestyle comfort.
Yeah,
consciousness.
No emotion on the words.
It's emotional, okay?
No emotion on the words.
No emotion on the words. Why does my question is, why does your unconscious do it like this? Snap. Yes, Ritu.
Because it likes the comfort, because it's continue doing that.
Okay, there is something that you learned regarding this. When you do something really efficiently, really quick, what is that level that you are in?
Dopamine.
You're in the fourth quadrant of what? What is the fourth quadrant?
Conscious competency.
You're unconsciously competent. It just happens because you have been doing it so many times. Now you're unconsciously competent. So first time you do this, pain versus pleasure, you have to take good 10 to 20 seconds to do it. Close your eyes, sit and think about, let us say, let me give you this example. Beachbody was the first thing that we took. The person thinks the pain of people looking at the belly, going to a party, people just focusing on the belly, the buttons protruding, everyone laughing, people talking to each other about the belly. Oh my God, how disgusting. And the friends discussing behind my back that this person always talks about fitness, never takes a single step. That disgust is something that should come in you. So you should make a VAK, a whole theater you have to create in your mind. It will take 10 to 20 seconds at least. And you have to have the feeling in your body. Then the pleasure of having a beach body. The person is on the beach. Everyone is appreciating you. Someone is coming. Oh my God, how did you do this? How did you get into this? You were obese. Now you're super fit. And I'm surprised.
Sir, if it is to oneself, right? So let's say it is to me to decide to gym and to have a right food is still okay, but our social surroundings doesn't allow to do that. So, for example, if I follow the diet and we are in the social gathering, they will feel, no, I should eat what they are eating. Though the food is going in their stomach and the food I am choosing is going in my stomach. I know my taste, but social gathering doesn't allow.
Let us say you met a doctor. The doctor tested your blood parameter and told that if you're not following this particular diet, you're going to get cancer in next 6 months. And in the next 6 months after that, you're going to have a painful life. And next 6 months after that, you're going to say Tata bye-bye to everyone. Then will you do the same thing that you're doing?
So this is why I'm saying this is not only about the food. The whole life is around the people they don't allow. So
Agree.
Suppose if I am doing something and I'm very focused, I have to do this. And there's a relatives has come, but I'm doing my thing. I've been forced that I have to be with them.
Yeah, good.
Somebody is going. So it deviates. It becomes very difficult to follow what we have determined to. And the moment we become determined to, being a woman is always, I'm sorry to say that, but being a woman, oh, you are not adjusting. You are not this. It's a very practical approach, I'm saying.
Ma'am, can I say?
No, wait a minute. So here, the point what you're saying is very much valid. And the reality we need to understand, whatever you try to do, which is not fitting into the social norm. Let's say I did OMAD, 1 meal a day. Does it fit into any social norms? No, nothing whatsoever. Okay. Now you want to become fit, you want to become successful, you want to become rich. Any of those things will never fit into the social norms, because people always get into a group philosophy, group psychology of doing something that everyone has been doing. Why take so much effort? Live your life. Anyway, you're going to die one day. Live it happily. No. As if when you make money, you will not be happy. Right? The society, you need to understand the society will have social norms and will reward you for following the social norms. Man or woman, does not matter. Okay. Now I'm a man. I want to learn Bharatanatyam. Let's say. Think about the amount of social outrage I will get for learning Bharatanatyam at this age. It's so feminine. Who does Bharatanatyam at this age? You're too old for that. You will get into it. People will say, at the same time that you're learning Bharatanatyam, you can do something towards your career. No, you can take care of your kids. No, you can do some other business. No, you can take care of your farming more. So societal norms will be there. If you want to do something out of it, you need to understand, you need to pay the price for it. People will talk behind your back. People will definitely leave you sometimes. You need to be ready for that. If you say that everyone should be happy and then also I should be able to do it, may not happen. If there's this manager of, sales manager, general manager of GM of sales of ING Vaishya, who used to tell me, I once organized a party. So I was given the chance to organize it. I organized it. I did maximum what I could do, did everything well. But at the end of it, there was some complaints like there was not enough drinks, booze, because the person who was in control of that had given me a good idea. Never refill the stock before the current stock is done, or people will only be drunk. There will be more issues and a lot of other things will happen, because I had to take his expertise, because I don't drink or smoke. I had to take his expertise and I did that. And finally, people told the food was nice, the party was nice, the dance was nice, the DJ was nice. The only one thing is you were super closed in terms of drinks. Just because you don't drink, you can't make these choices. There were a couple of issues. So the general manager was super happy about the party. Towards then, he was also drunk. And he put his hand on my shoulder and told her, so how is it going? I told him, I don't know, sir. I think some people are not happy. Then he told me a very important life lesson. Karthik, if you want to be this, take it with some kind of filter. I'm not offending anyone who does any profession, but this is what he told. If you want to satisfy everyone and make everyone happy, you should become a prostitute. And still you may not satisfy everyone. That gave me deep thought. The better version of it, what I have heard is, if you want to make people happy, sell ice creams. But this is what he told, that hit me hard. That is when I realized, yes, people at any point of time, some people will be feeling bad. The same people who feel bad tomorrow, when you become healthy, let's say that you're 70, 80 and you're still fit, you're running a marathon, you're doing your gym or you're doing your yoga and you're super fit, will say, wow, that is the world.
Yes. So the label I have is like, I'm very rigid. So
see, you can either see yourself as rigid or being flexible to bend to anyone's whims and fancies.
yeah.
So there are two ways of looking at it. So you need to understand that whatever we do, we need to pay a price for it. This side or that side. Balamurugan, you're there. I have not seen you today. Yes, hi. Good.
Hi, sir.
Hello. So, got it with your pain and pleasure? Because we are going to get into the process. This is just an explanation of the process. Okay?
So, when we are imagining it, so we're going to take it the pain first and then the pleasure for it.
That works better. That always works better.
Okay.
Because the part of your brain that is responsible for pain is 5 times bigger and more powerful than the part of your brain that is responsible for pleasure. That is why your mind mostly will run away from pain than getting into pleasure. Remember when Monica, once she asked that I'm an away from person and I have to set an away from goal. I told the goal has to be towards, but the motivation can be away from. Away from motivation works better. I've told multiple times, I think, Shah Rukh Khan's statement, I never wanted to be rich, but I knew the pain of being poor and I never wanted to be poor. That's why I'm rich. Very practical person. He told, मुझे नहीं जीना ये common people का जिंदगी. मुझे बीच में खाना ये सब कुछ नहीं. मुझे अगर आइसक्रीम खाना है तो कोई बंदा घर में आइसक्रीम भी ले आएगा एक डिब्बे में. He will also bring the ocean sand. Okay, so the person will bring me ice cream and sand if I want. I don't want to go to the beach and be a common person. I don't want to travel in a common, like a common person in a busy train. Very practical person.
Yes.
Right?
So I think creating an image in front of the people also forced to continue what we have determined to.
Now you have to question yourself if you want to make that image true, or the image that you have of yourself, of the future version of yourself, true. You cannot do both.
So both can go hand in hand, right?
How?
See,
yeah, go on.
I might have a goal to reduce X number of kgs, or let's say to reach some number. But at times I can take up, okay, it's okay if I don't go at all. But I want to create an image in front of people, because today now I know so many people are there. They will say me, oh, I'm regular or I'm not regular. Right? So that image also is there. So that forced me to continue.
You can take that option. You have to question to yourself, is that self-image so important to you? If it is, then you can take a break and do things. Nothing is stopping you from doing that. No one is going to stop you from doing that. Clear?
Yep.
Okay. Can we get into the process now?
Sure.
Okay. So now what you're going to do is you are going to think about the pain points that you will have when you don't reach your goal. Think about all the pain points that you will have when you don't reach your goal. And it should be real. It should be something that will really hurt you. It should be something that will really harm you. It will make you feel bad, strongly, deeply, truly, honestly. Done? Think about what is it you will lose. And when you're done with that, think about what is it you will gain, the pleasure. Done? Once you're done, let me know in the chat window.
We're done.
Okay. Good. Others? Ritu done. Anuradha done. Sneha done. Okay. Okay. So now you had written two things. One is the pain that I will endure if I don't reach my goal, the pleasure that I will get when I reach my goals, right? Okay. Good. Now you will write about the deviations that I will face that will take me out of the process of my goals. The deviations can be lack of energy, some deviation like, let's say, mobile scrolling, or a friend calling for a party, or laziness creeping in, or festivals, whatsoever it is.
Children's holidays.
Whatever it is for you. It's very individualistic. So you can write the deviations. Done?
2 minutes.
Okay. 1 more minute then.
Thanks, please.
Okay. So think about it. What are the deviations? At least think about 3 deviations. I'm not asking you more. Just think about 3 deviations.
When we are deviated, then we'll do VAK.
Sorry?
When we are deviated, so then we'll do VAK.
Then we do VAK?
For the goal.
That we will come to. For now, just the deviations.
Done.
All of you done with 3 deviations?
Page full
Yes.
of deviations.
Okay, so now what is that we are going to do is, this is a first step that we are going to do. And this is our third quadrant thing that we are going to do. What's the third quadrant?
Unconscious incompetence.
No. What is the third quadrant?
Third quadrant.
Sorry?
Let me copy. Into the conscious competence.
Conscious competence, right? So now, because the $1 million question always has been, how is that I can do my routines or follow my goals despite the deviations that I have, right? Whenever I fail or to follow something, because once you have started to follow something for a considerable amount of time, let's say you are someone who has been going to a gym for about 6 months, waking up at a particular time consistently, eating healthy for about 6 months to 1 year, or focusing on your sleep cycle for a while, then it's very rarely, even if it breaks, you will be able to come in. The problem is till you get into that thing, that flow. How is that you get yourself into the flow? That is a question. Now, the same scenario that we saw earlier, if this was a person who has been to the gym for 5 years, taking 1 day break may not make that much of a big difference, right? But the problem is initially that one Monday that the person takes a break, you know how much days it will prolong to. Okay, that's a very, very bad start, right? So how do you do that? So now we are going to do something regarding that. Now you have deviations, right? And you have a pain point and a pleasure point, pain point and pleasure point, right? Okay, so we are going to play with both of these. And as I already told, this is a third quadrant thing we are doing. So you will take a little bit of more time than natural. Your unconscious can give you a choice like this. But now we are trying to do it consciously. So it may take a little bit more time. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to imagine as if you have to select one deviation or one thing that will take you out of your goal. Anyone, just select one for now. Of the deviations that you have listed, 3, 4, whatsoever it may be, just take one that might come very often. Okay. Now, usually when the deviation comes, let's say that you go off track. Now, what is that we are going to do is something that's a little different. Now, the only thing you will have to do is to be a little bit focused for a couple of days so that whenever the deviation comes, you do whatever you have to do. Okay. So you can sit straight and close your eyes. Okay. You can remove your glasses, because where you go, you will not need glasses. Okay. And as you're sitting straight, keeping your eyes closed, you can allow yourself to relax using the sensations of your breath. You can sit straight, close your eyes, and allow yourself to relax with the sensations of your breath. Deep, comfortable inhalations and deep, comfortable exhalations. Deep, comfortable, and complete. It has to be comfortable and it has to be complete. It can be as full and as empty as possible. Just focus on the sensations of your breath. And as you focus on the sensations of your breath, just create this idea in your mind that one of these deviations, one that you had selected that comes often, presents itself. And be in the situation as if it is happening right here, right now, when this deviation is happening. And as this deviation is playing out, in your mind, see all that you can see, hear all that you can hear externally and internally, and feel what you can feel, what you have always felt when this deviation comes. Be there as if it is happening right here, right now. Be totally associated. If you're watching it from outside, be associated and be inside. See it as a first person. See all that you can see, hear all that you can hear, and feel all that you can feel. And as you're doing that, you remember that you have this repository of pain and pleasure that you have done for yourself. And when you realize that, pick up one of the most painful things, only one of the most painful things that will happen when you don't reach your goals, and play it completely. Live it as if it is happening right here, right now. As if you have gone into this deviation and you have gotten into this undesired outcome that you never wanted. And when you're in this undesired outcome, see how it makes you see yourself as, how others see yourself as, the voices that happens in you when you have not reached it, your negative self-talks, the talks of others, and the feelings that creeps in your body that makes you feel uncomfortable. The sense of disgust, irritation, anger, frustration, whatsoever it is. Just live it as if it is happening right here, right now. When you have taken the path of the deviation and you have lost track of your goal, and when you have gotten into this totally undesired outcome that you never wanted to get into, see all that you can see, the way you see yourself, the way others see you, the way you talk to yourself, the way others talk to you, the way you feel within yourself, the feeling of uncomfort, irritation, disgust, frustration, anger, rage, everything. Feel it in your body as if it is happening right here, right now. Give yourself a couple of seconds, just a few seconds. In a few seconds, we will pull ourselves out of it. So give yourself a couple of more seconds to be in this. And as I count down from 5 to 1, we will come out of it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now think about a funny situation of your life when looking back at it, where you will be able to laugh at yourself. Think about some funny situation of your life where you did something funny and you will be able to laugh at it. Some funny, happy situation of your life. Done? Okay. Just allow yourself to complete it completely. And as you're done with that, you can keep your eyes closed. And now you can think about the pleasure that you will have when you reach your goal. The pleasure that you will have when you reach your goal. Get into the scenario, allow yourself to get into the scenario with the pleasures that you will get when you reach your goal. As if you have reached your goal, not taking the path of deviation. See all that you can see, that you will see when you reach your goals. As you see yourself who has reached this goal, how you see yourself as, how others see yourself as, how you talk to yourself, how others talk to you, and the feelings of excitement, accomplishment, energy, motivation, confidence that you get in you. Just feel it in your body as if it is happening right here, right now. See all that you can see, hear all that you can hear, and feel all those beautiful feelings that you will get in you as if it is happening right here, right now. And when you do it right, you will be able to feel the feelings in your body, and you know how to feel it because you have always done it. Just give yourself a couple of more minutes, more seconds. Your unconscious is fast. If you allow it, it will process fast. So just allow yourself to see all that you can see, hear all that you can hear, and feel that great feeling that you will have when you have reached your success, not taking the path of the deviation. As if it is right here, right now. And when you're done with it, just observe. Observe. What is that you want to do next? Now you know the deviation that presented itself a couple of minutes back. But now, what is that you want to do? What is the state that you are in? What is the energy that you hold within yourself? What is the motivation that you have? And what is the intention that you have within yourself to do something next? When you're done, once when you're 100% done, and once you have gotten yourself into the flow of doing things, you can slowly come back. And as you come back, you can rub your palms, massage your face, open your eyes into the darkness, and then slowly come back. So once you're done, you can rub your palms and massage your eyes and your face, and slowly open your eyes into the darkness. And then slowly, taking your own time, you can open your eyes. And as you open your eyes, get connected to the feeling of motivation, confidence, or energy that you hold within yourself. Get connected to that. Keep yourself connected to that. And as you take your time to come into the world of reality, let me explain you why we massage our arms and massage the eyes, because your eyes have been closed for a while. And sometimes there can be an eye catalepsy that can set in. Not always, very rarely. You can be induced also. In hypnosis, we always induce people with an eye catalepsy sometimes, where the person wants to open the eye, person is not able to open the eye. But here, basically, what we are trying to do is to give yourself a comfortable opening of eyes, because sometimes when you are into a deep process and when you open your eyes suddenly, the flow of light and the flow of thought process can give you a headache or can you give you a little bit of instability. That is why you massage your palms and massage your eyes with the warmth and open your eyes into the darkness, and then slowly allow yourself to get into the space. Clear? Okay. Why is there so much of internet instability happening? As I told, when it happens with a couple of people. Okay. Questions. What happened? How did it make you feel? By the way, this is something that took a couple of minutes. And as I told, you're in the third quadrant. Your unconscious is already in the fourth quadrant. Your unconscious has been in the fourth quadrant ever since you were born. For you to take your unconscious, for this process to your unconscious, to the fourth quadrant, it will take a couple of days or a couple of weeks or even a couple of months. Does not matter. But once you have fixed this, you have fixed your goal process or life process. Clear? Okay. So now all of you can take a 5 minutes break. And when you come back, think about this process as you're there. Hold on this energy that you have within yourself, whatever you have created, and go for a break and come back in 5 minutes. And then let us have a small discussion.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Good. Vani, everyone is on a break for 5 minutes till 9:15. என்னாச்சு உங்க இன்டர்நெட்டுக்கு?
தெரியல, டக்குன்னு கட் ஆஃப் ஆயிடுச்சு.
Get me a chemba of water. Oh. பாலமுருகனுக்கும் அதே டிவியேஷன் இருக்குது.
ஓ, ஆக்சுவலி எனக்கு இந்த இது ஒர்க் பண்ணவே முடியல எனக்கு சுத்தமா. லாட் ஆஃப் திங்கிங் கமிங்.
Lot of
எங்க என்ன ஆக்சுவலா இந்த ப்ராசஸ் வந்து எதுல இருந்தே ஒர்க் ஆக முடியல எனக்கு சுத்தமா. எனக்கு வந்து என்னால கம்ப்ளீட்டா கொடுக்க முடியல இந்த ப்ராசஸ்ல.
So what happened? Was there an environmental issue or psychological issue or what was it?
I don't know.
So till what you were able to follow, till what you were not able to follow?
Actually, என்னோட already I told you, thought process, habits, regular routine. இல்ல மேபி 30 years ஹோம் மேக்கரா அதர்ஸ்க்காக இருந்து எனக்காக யோசிக்கிறதுக்கு எனக்கு பயப்படுறேனா. 30 years இன்லாஸ் பார்த்து குழந்தைங்க வளர்ந்து ஃபாதரை பார்த்து. ஃபாதர் வந்து பார்க்கின்சன் பேஷண்ட். ஸோ இப்படியே இருந்தது எனக்காக ஒரு திங்கிங்கே எனக்கு இல்லாம இருக்கு. பட் எதுவுமே பண்ண முடியலங்கிற ஒரு இது இருக்கு, கில்ட் இருக்கு. பட் அந்த கில்ட்டை விட அடுத்தவங்களுக்காக நான் இருந்திருக்கேன் அப்படிங்கிற சாட்டிஸ்பாக்சன் டாமினேட் பண்ணுதா எனக்கு புரியல. எனக்கு
here what is the deviation that you took? நம்ம மூணு விஷயம் எடுத்துக்கிட்டோம் இல்லையா? One is the pleasure point, another is the pain point, another is first pain point அப்புறம் the pleasure point, the third one is the deviation. So what is the deviation that you took that will come, that will make you go out of the process of your goal?
மேபி ஃபினான்ஷியல் கமிட்மெண்ட் என்னோட பாட்டு ஃபேமிலிக்கு இல்ல.
Okay, wait a minute, தண்ணி வந்திருக்கு, I'll get it. What's the case? What's the case? So there's so much people. Switch off the light all the way back. Go on. So what is that deviation process that you took?
The first thing is வந்து laziness.
Okay.
Business என்னோட அவுட் ஆஃப் ரொட்டீனா இருக்கு.
Okay, your laziness. So you're saying your laziness. Can you give me a specific scenario where you are being lazy? Can you give me something that happened in the last couple of days where you felt that you are lazy?
இல்ல, couple of days from the beginning of my 23ல பண்ணும்போது ஓரளவுக்கு ரியலைசேஷன் வரும்போது எனக்கு தோணுச்சு I'm very comfortable in doing my day-to-day life and taking care of my family. I'm not compromised. At any point, I didn't compromise myself. But I'm prioritizing my family, my everything first. I'm not giving prioritization for my business. Okay. Maybe because I have எனக்கு வந்து financial commitment என்னோட பார்ட் வீட்டுக்கு கிடையாது. He's taking care of everything.
Okay. So whenever you are thinking of doing something towards your goal, you are feeling lazy. Is that what you're saying?
Not 100% நான் சொல்ல முடியல என்னால. பட் நான் என்னால 100% எனக்கு கொடுக்க முடியல.
Okay. There are times when you think about doing your goals, but then you are lazy about it, correct? Okay. So this laziness is not something that is related to your environment, right? It is about you. It is not about you being a housewife or having been as a house head or having your father's Parkinson's issues. It is about you, correct? Okay, good. So let us keep it on one side. So this is laziness that is creeping in.
One thing. Actually, அதெல்லாம் முடிஞ்சிச்சு. ஃபாதரோட He's no more now. My in-laws are no more now. பட் ஸ்டில் எனக்கு அந்த இது நான் வெளியில வர விரும்பலையா, எனக்கு இந்த இடம் எனக்கு ஸ்ட்ரக் ஆயிட்டே இருக்கேனால ஐ கான்ட் ஐடென்டிஃபை என்ன பிரச்சனை எனக்கு தடுக்குதுன்னு தெரியல. என்னோட என்விரான்மெண்ட் ஒரு ரீசன் தான். பிகாஸ் ஐ கான்ட் டேக் ஃபினான்ஷியல் டிசிஷன்.
I'm not saying environment is not the reason, but when you want to do something, there is some laziness that is creeping in. Yeah, we will have to work on those things, no question on that. But at the same time, I think there is a laziness that is an intrinsic problem of you. Let us try to solve it out just as an individual thing.
Okay.
Okay. Now, firstly, Sonna Madri, the biggest trap that we can set for ourselves is deciding on multiple things to do. எனக்கு இதுவும் பண்ணும் அதுவும் பண்ணும் multiple goals. That is a very big trap and that is destined to fail. If I have multiple goals, let's say that I want to start a coaching business, I want to become very good in organic farming, I want to do excel in terms of my hotel selling, I want to do better in a couple of other businesses I'm doing now, I will fail in almost everything. Okay, so let us, even the same way, when we work on ourselves, we need to work on one thing at a time. Okay. So this intrinsic laziness is something that is related to you and where you have also designed a pressure point and a pain point towards it, correct? Okay. The pressure point as to what the pressure point is when you will reach it, the pain point as to what the pain point is when you reach it, correct? Other design, but
confusion.
What is the confusion that you have in it?
Strong conviction இல்லாத மாதிரி தோணுது. பெயின் பாயிண்ட்னா அது ரீச் பண்ணாலே எனக்கு
in that case you should go back and work on two things. One is this really a goal that I need to reach, and are my whys clear? If the first point is correct, yes, this is a goal that I need to reach. The second thing is my why factor something that is strong enough?
Yeah.
Okay. So these two things you need to go back and work on. If these are not strong enough, then this goal can be an option for you. Yeah. Good.
So it's my why factor.
Is this goal something that you really want to do, or you really should be doing, or is it a need or is it a want? There's always a difference between need and want.
Yeah.
You may, want a lot of things, but your needs are basic. When I used to work in banking insurance, when they select agents, this is something I've already told, they always used to select people who are above 30. They used to find people who are below 30 will be super enthusiastic, but they'll be super energetic, they'll be super focused. The only problem is they will not get the things done. Because, okay, let me give you an example. A 24-year college boy, if he gets 1 lakh extra income, he will, let's say he wants to buy a laptop, he wants to buy a mobile, he wants to give some gift to his girlfriend, or he wants to buy a bike. Without all of these things, his life is not going to be any worse. But a person who is above 30, or that average age is 30, it can be 27, 28, 29, 30, whatsoever it is, but the industry had fixed it as 30, will need that money to buy a washing machine for the home, to pay the bills for the rent, or to pay the current bills, or to pay something for the school bill for the child.
Will matter.
So you need to identify that. Clear? Okay, all of you. So others, how did the process go for you, Ritu, Sana, Sneha, Anuradha?
I would like to go first. It really, I picked up one. Nowadays, I realize that I'm wasting or investing most of my time on mobile, that finger gym exercise, whatever. I never had that habit, but I picked up in recent less than a year. So when I minused that from my routine, I could realize what all I will be achieving. I'll be very successful in my parallel career, and I'll be having more quality time to organize the new home and have few more activities how I created my yoga routine every day. Recently, last 4 months, I'm regularly except the yoga hour. Rest of the time, I'm immediately whenever I get a minute, I'm getting into the mobile. So I simply wanted to zero it. So I'm practicing today. I was able to successfully practice. So I imagined how quality of time if I put that to my goals more on it.
So towards the end, what is that conviction or motivation or clarity that you had within yourself?
Really, if it is required, I will get into the productive content, what all I can source from internet, because without that, it is not possible. So I have to use it very, very wisely if that is going to add value to my goal or day to day or in the future.
You have a Samsung mobile, right? If I remember.
Yes, I'm using two mobiles now.
Sorry.
So one for the WhatsApp and another one for the voice calls and texting.
So in Samsung mobiles, there is something called as a widget. You know widgets?
Yes. Widgets,
so in
yes.
widgets, if you press the home screen, you will get something called as widgets. In widgets, you can go to digital well-being. So that will be a small widget on your home screen that will always show you how much time you have used the mobile on what. So let's say it will be like this. So you have used 3 hours, 1 hour in YouTube, 1.5 hours in Instagram, and this much hours in this. I'm just giving you a small, rough breakup of what all apps you may use. Or this much time in Chrome, this much time in Facebook, this much time in Snapchat, whatever it is. So all of that will come next to next, so that you will be able to understand. Okay, this is what it is. Okay, cool. Others? Ritu?
For me, the distraction or is my office, because that suppresses rest of the things, because that takes a super important thing, by leaving other things behind. So it was difficult to not to give the importance, but at the same time, I thought, means the mind said that this will always continue and continuing for ages. And if I plan my goal, then then I get back, if for last 20 days or 18 days, I am continuing this session, because if this session was not there, I would still be doing my office work.
Good.
So then I said, okay, this is possible. So if I have told in my office, though I'm not available after this time, so why not do my goals to do that? So came with that.
That reminds me, we were in touch for last 2 years, and finally you did the pro. And every time it was, I'm on travel, I have some office work, I'll finish this, and then I will join.
And so for me, mostly the office work always become a pressure point. So I thought if I can do that, because I was not doing the trainings or sessions with you also, because I found I'm busy till, because today also there were some meetings. I said I will not join. So I'm able to say no. So I thought, if I'm able to say no here, then why not for my goals I do it?
Good.
So I have to make determination, then it will be happen.
So towards the end of the process, what is that you had within you that helps you in terms of perceiving the process, then deviating from it?
Determination, I will say, just to ensure that I'm doing it, it is possible.
Okay, cool. Good. Sana and Sneha.
So, Coach, is it like, is there any reason why, like, you feel more, like, while doing this exercise, you feel more, the pain points are, more pushing than the pleasure ones?
More pushing?
So, like you feel it more intensely, the pain points, or when you have this thing about the pain rather than pleasure. Does that mean something, or it's natural?
Okay, so pain always pushes you more. So when you focus on the pain points, it pushes you more. The pleasure is something that is a soothing point for you. Now, usually, as I told, our mind is more focused towards the pain point by default. So we are just trying to do more of the very big pain point and then a pleasure point. Okay, this is something that you will that will catch you by the neck, and this is something that will give you comfort. So it's a natural process. So whenever you try to do something for yourself, always try to do more of pain and less of pleasure. Or pleasure can be there, but focus more on the pain point. Let's say someone says that I want to earn $1 million. So what will happen if I don't earn $1 million? What are the pain points? I'll be stuck in this routine and I will feel so bad about myself. I'll feel disgusted. And all the people who know that I'm on this track will criticize me behind my back and I will feel so low about it. Yeah? So all of the pain points, I will have to play it as if it is happening right here, right now. And this initially it will take a couple of minutes. After a point of time, it will take about 10-20 seconds. Till a point of time reaches that where it is you are able to do this in 2 seconds, 2 seconds to 5 seconds, you will have to continue to do this. And the only thing that you have to do is for a couple of days, you should be super conscious about your deviations. So select one deviation, just one deviation, and work on that is frequent to you. Like a lot of you told, Sneha also told that every time this deviation comes, and that you have to work on. And once you're aware of it, after a point of time, it will become very easy, a normal process. So,
Sir,
yeah.
so is that like something that we are into conscious competency, right? Unconsciously conscious, what we are doing in our regular routine, we all are good at it. So from now our goal is like consciously competent, which is a very difficult state. From there, we have to bring it to consciously uncompetent.
There are two statements that people make. It is difficult but possible. It is possible but difficult. What's the difference? Both sound the same, but still there's a profound difference. What's the difference?
The positive words has to come first. This can see it as possibility.
Okay. So positive word comes comes first. By that you say that it is difficult, but it is possible. But that is a positive thing. But difficult is much better than it is difficult but possible, right? It's the exact opposite. Why? Always, when there is but in a statement, which part of the statement is very important?
Back on.
The part that is after the but. In Hindi or in Tamil, in Hindi it is lekin. ये मुमकिन है लेकिन ये मुश्किल है இது சாத்தியம் ஆனா கஷ்டம் right it is difficult but possible or possible but difficult so when you say possible but difficult you will never do it when you say that it is difficult but definitely possible you will do it so what is the statement you used when you told if you go to the recording and see you told it's very difficult right all of these things are okay it is difficult as I already told your conscious competency process is not going to be an easy process so why do we learn it we learn it not because it is easy we learn it because it is the best possible thing that you can do for yourself was learning bicycle easy eating ice cream was easier was learning a new language easy gossiping was easier is getting into the gym easy gym workout running walking yoga whatever is it easy it is not easy eating a lot of good tasty food is easier chilling out on the couch is easier watching a serial is easier so why is NLP used where is NLP used it is for people who are desperate for change but still feel stuck in certain place who are desperate for a solution there you have something we need to understand nothing is easy in life. Health is not easy. Being unhealthy is also not easy. Earning money is not easy. Being poor is also not easy. Getting fame, name, and being successful is not easy. Being a no one is also not easy. You need to select which tough that you want to get in. Now, let us say Ritu. Now, for Ritu, continuing her regular process of office work, which is already hectic, that is something that she could have easily chosen. Now, why is she in the program? Because she chose what difficulty that she wants. Right? Each of us sitting here could have done multiple things at this point of time. Let's say Vani could have sit and spent this time with her family or thought about focusing on her business. Anuradha could have done something else. Sneha could have done something else. Sana could have done something else. Not just the time, even the money that you spend here, you could have spent somewhere else. But why are you here? Because you chose your tough. So is it something that is going to be easy? Okay, I am thinking about, let us say that I am tired. I just close the session. What is the best thing that I can do? I can just lie down and sleep. I can just lazy around and look into social media. I can listen to music on YouTube. Rather, I also can choose to go for a walk, finish my walk for my pet. Or I can choose to finish my steps that I have left for the day. I can finish my workout routine that is left for the day. I can plan for tomorrow, right? So both of this, the easiest choice, as I already told, sometimes we have the easy choice and the best choice. Easiest choice is to chill out. I have finished 2.5 hours of program. I have the right to chill out. Or I can choose to push myself forward. That satisfaction that I get, I finished 2.5 hours of program, is a trap. Clear? Good?
Yes. That I had kept restriction earlier as far as my mobile phone, and yeah, I think somewhere or the other I could have invested much more time over my work, where I somewhere or the other wasted.
Okay.
I try to be more productive because because most of my work has to be there over the phone or desktop.
Okay,
So
what's the question?
the wideness is, I've been telling you,
Okay.
the restriction over the pain
Restriction
point and the pleasure and my goal there I have to do.
Your restriction towards your pain point and pleasure?
I mean, the restriction that stops me from achieving my goal.
Okay, the restriction that is stopping you from achieving your goal is?
Getting distracted from the mobile as well as from like somewhere or other, like housework or something like that. These are my distractions.
So what is the clarity that you have got now? What is that you can do regarding it?
I've got it that I have to decide my priority. And my priority has to be my work because there's no other option. There's no other option.
Okay. Good. Okay. So this process is called as pain and pleasure. How you switch between pain and pleasure. Remember very clearly, this is a process. This is one of the process that you will have to do as much number of times till it becomes a unconscious competency for you. Okay. Why this process works? Because this is how a lot of people who are goal oriented reach their goal. The $1 million question always is, okay, I have a beautiful plan. I have a very strong reason for it. I have a well-structured game plan and I have got as much clarity as possible. And as I told yesterday, sometimes, a lot of times, ideation is free, but execution is costly. You spend time and money and energy into it. in execution. Right? Let me give you an example. I want to become super famous on social media. Super idea. Sounds good. I built a road plan towards it. What is it I have to do? I have to initially, for 30 days, I have to record at least 100 videos. And then I have to release one video per day. By the day it is 50th video, I should record second set of 100 videos. All videos should be within 1 minute. So I create a clear roadmap. I will record 100 videos in the first 30 days. I will edit those videos in the second 30 days. And then I will start releasing it in the third 30 days. And by the day it is the 30th day, I will start recording a new batch. And then I will hire someone. I will do more videos. I will do podcasts, this, that, and everything. Good, beautiful, done. What is the problem? I've never been in front of the camera, spoken to a camera, and I commence it. And I am like, I have a script and nothing is working. When I'm talking, it becomes so robotic. After a lot of effort, I record it and send it to some people to ask for feedback, just one video. Each of them give 10 different feedback. Do this, do that. Audio can be better. Lighting can be better. You don't look natural. Talk, give a small example here and there. 100 people, 100 feedback. Or 5 people, 5 feedback. Then by the time I should have finished 100 videos, I have only done 30 videos or no video at all. Every day I come and sit and in front of the camera, I think, kal karte hain, I don't feel like it. I'm not in the flow. I don't have the energy. I don't think that today is the right time. And then I don't do anything. Instead, I do all kind of things that I'm not supposed to do. I scroll, I talk to people, I just spend more time lazing around, lying down, sleeping, and everything. It's not that I don't have time. So ideation is free and it looks nice. And the more you spend time on ideation, I don't know how many of you have noticed this, the more you do spend time on ideation, not just in the planning phase, everywhere, the less activity you will do. Right? The more you think about taking the journey, the less actions you will take towards taking the journey. So your actions and your ideation, thought process, planning is done. We did only that for 3 days. Now is the time for execution. That is why yesterday I asked you to see if you are able to follow it, or today we just saw how is that we can remodify, which you will do on a daily basis. And we also understood how is that you can handle deviation, because as I told you day before yesterday, I guess, very few people are successful. The others are?
Not successful.
The others are?
Distracted.
Exactly, distracted. The difference between a successful person and an unsuccessful person is distraction. Right? So you need to think about it. How is that you're going to handle it? Clear? Pain and pleasure? Your whole life is directed by pain and pleasure. If you want to direct your own life as if it is your own movie, you need to understand how is that you can handle the pain and pleasure for your betterment. Clear? Why are you sitting here attending the program? You have some kind of pleasure or some kind of pain. Hell, I paid so much money for this program. Let me get done with this certification. Or I like this program. That's why I'm sitting in it. Either one of it, right? There was once there where a boy was coming for this program. Why do you come for the program? If I sit at home, my parents will scold me. So I had to come here. Pain or pleasure? Think about whatever you do. Why do you eat tasty food? Pleasure. Why do you stop yourself from eating a lot of sugar? Diabetes. Pain. Right? All of this programming you will have to do for a while till it becomes unconsciously competent. Particularly pain and pleasure, you will have to focus on putting it in your mind just for a few days consciously till it becomes unconscious for you. Clear? Tomorrow we will do one more process, the last process, to be more focused on the goal. And it's some kind of a creative visualization that we will do. And then we will go towards the other aspects of NLP. Then we will go into the therapeutic part of NLP. How do you deal with past incidents? Or first we will get into how do you get out of anxiety. And so we will focus on how do you work on anxiety. Then we will work on how do you focus on your internal state. How do you elicit your state at will? How do you hold on a particular state? Then we will go into the behaviors, that how is that you can change a behavior, how is that you can deal with criticism and multiple things. And you will also understand how is that you can make yourself aligned towards your goal. Because when you think about goal, there is a lot of layers in terms of your goal. What are the layers? You have your environment. Okay, every place, anything that you do, you have your environment, you have a behavior that you do in the environment, you have a skill that backs that behavior that you do in a certain environment, you have a certain belief that makes you acquire certain skills to exhibit certain behavior in an environment, and you have an identity that allows you to hold a particular belief that lets you to acquire a certain skill that makes you to exhibit a certain behavior in that environment. And above all of this, you have a purpose that makes you create an identity for yourself. So we will understand how is that you can get more clarity into that. You will understand how is that you can make and break a habit. Okay, all of those things we will start from tomorrow. So till today, it is purely based on goals. Tomorrow, there will be a small process for that. And then we will get into anxiety change work. How do you understand anxiety and how do you change it? And about the internal states. Clear? Any questions till this? Cool. So what are the things that you are going to do today?
Visual squash.
Good, very good. And
sleep. Then
10% or 5% of
exactly. Whatever you have upgraded, you will focus how is that you are going to implement it. Then
yes. And tracking the negative thing I wanted to remove, the pain.
Okay. Pain and pleasure. How is that you can use pain and pleasure? So you will just focus on one deviation. Just one deviation that you get regularly. It can be your mobile scrolling. It can be when someone says something, how is that you go into certain things and you don't do anything? Or any of your deviation that you can get into, how is that you're going to work on it?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, just 3 things. Done?
Yeah.
So focus on it. Always remember the most important book you will have to read to be successful is yourself.
Yourself.
And the whole process till date is to focus on that. And how is that you can get deeper into yourself and how is that you can focus on more. Clear? Cool? Good then. Take care. Finish these 3 and let me know in the group so that others also can follow it. And all the best. Good night. And have a great night. And let's come tomorrow energized. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.